January 21st, 2018, at 8 p.m. On roll call. Councilman Valseri. Sherrod. Here. Dombrowski. Here. Steve Minico. Here. Kelly Green. Here. Golovic. Here. Mayor Carmona. Here. We have a quorum.
Here. Everyone, please rise. So our prayer and thanksgiving. O God, Father, we ask you to place our meeting, which we entrust you, to your fatherly care, your protection. Please remove all selfishness and prejudice from our hearts, and inflame them a keen sense of justice. We declare love for you and our neighbors. Guide us in our regulations so that our decisions will always be pleasing to you in prayer, your peace and happiness to our community. Amen.
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Whereas Chapter 221 of the Local Laws of the State of New Jersey requires that the commencement of every meeting, the statement of the lines be read by the presiding officer. Now, therefore, be advised that the meeting regulating requirements for this meeting have been met by publishing the annual meeting notice in the record, the Herald News of Woodland Park, and by posting such notice in the office of the board clerk as well in the public place within the municipal building for notifying interested citizens. Said the notice was posted on January 5th, 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, this meeting is being videotaped. It will be on Cable Bishop Johnson 7 on Tuesdays at 12 p.m., Thursdays at 9 a.m., Fridays at 8 p.m. The video is also available on the borough website www.echoparkmj.us.
The next item on the agenda are the approval of minutes for April 5th, 2018 work session minutes, April 19th, 2018 regular meeting minutes, May 17th, 2018 regular meeting minutes, May 17th, 2018 executive session minutes, June 7th, 2018 special public hearing minutes, June 7th, 2018 executive session minutes, and June 14th, 2018 executive minutes.
May I have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Call the roll, please.
On roll call, Valseri.
Yes.
Sherrod.
17, which I have to go second.
Jean Domenico. Yes. Pellegrini. Yes. Golovic.
Yes.
Motion carries. The next item on the agenda are the appointments of new police officers. Can everybody please rise to the Elm Park Police County Board and the SMO First, we have Resolution 203-18, appoint police officer, police department. Whereas the following is hereby appointed as police officer for the Borough of Elmwood Park, and whereas the duties of police officer shall not commence until successful completion of the police academy. Now therefore be it resolved by the Mayor and Council that the following is hereby appointed as a police officer for the Borough of Elmwood Park, and be it further resolved that compensation shall be set in accordance with the PBA Local 185 contract and salary ordinance number 17-30. Aviana Ingrid. Yes. Pellegrini?
Yes.
Golubek?
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution 204-18, appoint police officer, police department. Whereas the following is hereby appointed as police officer for the Borough of Elmwood Park. And whereas the duties of as a police officer shall not commence until successful completion of the police academy. Now therefore be it resolved by the mayor and council that the following is hereby appointed as police officer for the Borough of Elmwood Park. And be it further resolved, compensation shall be set in accordance with the PDA Local 185 contract and salary ordinance number 17-30. Corey Green.
So moved.
Second.
Call roll.
On roll call, Valesari. Sherrill.
Yes.
Dombrowski.
Yes.
Giandomenico.
Yes.
Pellegrini.
Yes.
Golubek.
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution 205-18, appoint police officer, police department. Whereas the following is hereby appointed as police officer for the Borough of Elmwood Park, and whereas the duties as a police officer shall not commence until successful completion of the police academy. Now therefore be it resolved by the mayor and council that the following is hereby appointed as police officer for the Borough of Elmwood Park. And be it further resolved, compensation shall be set in accordance with the PBA Local 185 contract and salary ordinance number 17-30. Carlos Castellano.
So, second.
Call roll.
On roll call, Valesari. Sherrill.
Yes.
Dombrowski.
Yes.
Giandomenico.
Yes.
Pellegrini.
Yes.
Golubek.
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution 206-18, appoint police officer, police department. Whereas the following is hereby appointed as police officer for the Borough of Elmwood Park. And whereas the duties as a police officer shall not commence until successful completion of the police academy. Now therefore be it resolved by the mayor and council that the following is hereby appointed as police officer for the Borough of Elmwood Park. And be it further resolved, compensation shall be set in accordance with the PBA Local 185 contract and salary ordinance for number 17-30. Tyler Griffin.
Call roll.
On roll call, Valesari. Sherrill.
Yes.
Dombrowski.
Yes.
Giandomenico.
Yes.
Pellegrini.
Yes.
Golubek.
Yes.
Motion carries. At this time, I ask Mayor Caramagna and Council Police Commissioner Lorraine Pellegrini, along with the officers and their families, come to the dais to receive the oath of office.
Families are welcome to come up. Let's swear in. Just stand behind the candidates. This I will do all together at the same time. We will celebrate. Today, I just want to get to me. Say the name. You solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey.
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
That I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments
and to the government
established
established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority
under the authority
of the people,
of the people,
that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform
perform
all the duties
all the duties
of the officer of the office, police officer,
police officer
according
according
to the best
to the best
of my ability.
of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Did you hear that? You all say with an accent like me. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
They've been getting shot in here for years. I've been here money and a half years. I'm going to go to the bridge when I'm paving. That was I really appreciate it.
Thank you all for attending. This is a special night for the police department, the community, council, the families. It's the first time in, I believe, 11 years that we've hired off of the civil service list brand spanking new police officers that are going to be a great addition to this department and to this community. We spent a lot of time with these officers over the last several weeks and extensive background investigations, spent time with their families, great support systems, outstanding candidates, and I have no doubt in my mind that they are going to be an awesome addition to this community. So give them a round of applause. Like,
In your card. No.
I know, but if you see the faces, yeah. It's so weird.
So with the, Anthony, give us some comments.
Congratulations to our new officers. I wish each and every one of you a very long and safe career within the Borough of Elmwood Park. You're going to be working with an amazing group of men and women dedicated to the community. And I want to thank you each in advance for keeping the town safe in your future and long careers.
Some questions?
Thank you, Mayor. To the four candidates, congratulations. I know that I was part of the interviewing process and got to meet each individual for who you are. They all did excellent. They all scored very high on their tests. I can only imagine what you're going to be bringing to Elmwood Park. And I want everybody to see those four candidates right there, all either came from Elmwood Park and are still currently living in Elmwood Park. So we have our own that will be patrolling the streets, and that makes me very proud of every one of you that you wanted to step up and help this community, one that you grew up in or have moved into. That's fantastic, and I wish you all the best of luck and safe travels, and good luck through the academy. Thank you all.
Congratulate our newly appointed officers and their families. It's a big honor, and they really deserve it. As a police chair, I got the opportunity 2 times to interview with them, and they're all such outstanding individuals. I was so impressed with them. And the fact that they're all from Elmwood Park and really means something, and they all care so much about their community. So you can see the passion when you talk with them, you see the passion, they're ready to work hard. So I congratulate you, I'm looking forward to working with all of you, and it's a big night for Elmwood Park to have such great new people in our family. Thank you.
I also like to congratulate all of our new officers and their families. And I just wish you guys the best of luck and stay safe out there while you're patrolling our streets and keeping the safety of our residents and our children. Thank you.
I would love to congratulate the 4 new officers and their families. I'm very proud tonight, all of you. This is really an exciting night. I wish I could have voted tonight, but I have 2 sons that are special officers in the department, so I was unable to vote. But I wish you very safe and enjoy the ride.
Thank you, Mayor. To the newly installed officers, congratulations. You all have extensive ties in this community, really honorable ties in the community. We've installed other officers since I've been on council, and most of them, they've been transfers. And it's just a different feeling when you have someone entering the professional career of a police officer, and we get to make that first step for you. As was said, the process was thorough. The chief and his leadership team went through many, many different candidates and weeded some out and so forth. And then the police committee conducted interviews, the full council conducted interviews, and in my personal capacity, I tried to ask some questions that were a little more involved to see if these candidates have thought about this career that they're heading into. And their answers were wonderful. These are individuals who have thought into being a police officer, and I have no doubt that they will succeed. To the chief, thank you for your continued professionalism, and I look forward to working with all of you to keeping our community safe. Thank you.
So it's an honor to serve these young people, officer, and I wish you the best. Be safe. God bless you. God bless anything else.
The chief would like to invite everybody downstairs for refreshments to celebrate these appointments. At this time, I ask everyone to please rise for the dismissal of public. Ordinances on first reading. Resolution 207-18, introduced ordinance 18-14 on first reading. Be it resolved that an ordinance entitled Capital Ordinance of the Borough of Owen Park in the County of Bergen, New Jersey, appropriating an additional sum of $210,000 for the replacement of the water tank in, by, and for the water utility of the borough, and providing that such additional sum so appropriated shall be raised from water utility capital fund balance of the borough. Be passed and adopted on first reading. And be it resolved that final hearing on said ordinance will be heard in the municipal building Thursday, July 19, 2018 at 8 p.m. or as soon thereafter as same can be heard, at which time any person interested in said ordinance can be heard. Be it further resolved that the borough clerk be and he is hereby authorized to advertise in a legal newspaper a notice of introduction and final hearing as required by law.
May I have a motion, please, to introduce the ordinance?
I'll second.
Okay, on roll call, Valesari,
Yes.
Sherdo,
Yes.
Dombrowski,
Yes.
James Domenico,
Yes.
Pellegrini,
Yes.
Dolzak.
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution 208-18, introduced ordinance 18-15 on first reading. Be it resolved that an ordinance entitled Bond Ordinance to authorize the replacement of water lines at various locations in, by, and for the water utility of the Borough of Elmwood Park in the County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, to appropriate the sum of $270,000 to pay the cost thereof, to authorize the issuance of bonds to finance such appropriations, and to provide for the issuance of bonds anticipation notes in anticipation of the issuance of such bonds. Be passed and adopted on first reading. And be it resolved that a final hearing on said ordinance will be heard in the municipal building on Thursday, July 19, 2018 at 8 p.m. or as soon thereafter as same can be heard, at which time any person interested in said ordinance can be heard. Be it further resolved that the borough clerk be, and if he is hereby authorized to advertise in a legal notice of introduction and final hearing as required by law.
May I have a motion to introduce this ordinance?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
On roll call, Valesari,
Yes.
Sherdo,
Yes.
Dombrowski,
Yes.
James Domenico,
Yes.
Pellegrini,
Yes.
Dolzak.
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution 209-18, introduced ordinance number 18-16 on first reading. Be it resolved that an ordinance entitled Bond Ordinance to authorize the replacement of sewer lines and ejector pumps at various locations in, by, and for the Borough of Elmwood Park in the County of Bergen, New Jersey, to appropriate the sum of $290,000 to pay the cost thereof, to make a down payment, to authorize the issuance of bonds to finance such appropriations, and to provide for the issuance of bond anticipation notes in anticipation of the issuance of such bonds. Be it passed on first reading. And be it resolved that a final hearing on said ordinance will be heard in the municipal building on Thursday, July 19, 2018 at 8 p.m. or as soon thereafter as same can be heard, at which time any person interested in said ordinance can be heard. Be it further resolved that the borough clerk be, and he is hereby authorized to advertise in a legal newspaper a notice of introduction and final hearing as required by law.
May I have a motion to introduce this ordinance?
So moved.
Second.
Call the roll, please.
Valesari,
Yes.
Sherdo,
Yes.
Dombrowski,
Yes.
James Domenico,
Yes.
Pellegrini,
Yes.
Dolzak.
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution 210-18, introduced ordinance number 18-17 on first reading. Be it resolved that an ordinance entitled Bond Ordinance to authorize the making of various public improvements and the acquisition of new additional or replacement equipment and machinery and new automotive vehicles, including original apparatus and equipment in, by, and for the Borough of Elmwood Park in the County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, to appropriate the sum of $412,000 to pay the cost thereof, to make a down payment, to authorize the issuance of bonds to finance such appropriations and to provide for the issuance of bond anticipation notes in anticipation of the issuance of such bonds. Be it passed and adopted on first reading. And be it resolved that a final hearing on said ordinance will be heard in the municipal building on Thursday, July 19th, 2018, at 8 p.m., or as soon thereafter as same can be heard, at which time any person interested in said ordinance can be heard. Be it further resolved that the Borough Clerk be, and he is hereby authorized to advertise in a local newspaper a notice of introduction and final hearing as required by law.
May I have a motion to introduce this ordinance?
So moved. Second.
Call roll, please.
Valesari.
Yes.
Sherrill.
Yes.
Dombrowski.
Yes.
Giandomenico.
Yes.
Pellegrini.
Yes.
Golbeck.
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution 211-18, introduced ordinance 18-18 on first reading. Be it resolved that an ordinance entitled, an ordinance to amend chapter 27, Code of the Borough of Belmont Park, entitled Solid Waste Management by adding 27-5 et al., be passed and adopted on first reading. And be it resolved that a final hearing on said ordinance will be heard in the municipal building on Thursday, July 19, 2018, at 8 p.m., or as soon thereafter the same can be heard, at which time any person interested in said ordinance can be heard. Be it further resolved that the Borough Clerk be, and he is hereby authorized to advertise in a legal newspaper a notice of introduction and final hearing as required by law.
May I have a motion to introduce the ordinance?
Second.
Call roll, please.
On roll call, Valesari.
Yes.
Sherrill.
Yes.
Dombrowski.
Yes.
Giandomenico.
Yes.
Pellegrini.
Yes.
Golbeck.
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution 212-18, introduced ordinance 18-19 on first reading. Be it resolved that an ordinance entitled, an ordinance establishing a bus stop at the intersection of Mola Boulevard and Van Ryder Avenue in the borough, be passed and adopted on first reading. And be it resolved that a final hearing on said ordinance will be heard in the municipal building on Thursday, July 19, 2018, at 8 p.m., as soon thereafter as same can be heard, at which time any person interested in said ordinance can be heard. Be it further resolved that the Borough Clerk be, and he is hereby authorized to advertise a legal newspaper a notice of introduction and final hearing as required by law.
May I have a motion, please?
So moved. Second.
On roll call, Valesari.
Yes.
Sherrill.
Yes.
Dombrowski.
Yes.
Giandomenico.
Yes.
Pellegrini.
Yes.
Golbeck.
Yes.
Motion carries. Okay, next item on the agenda are ordinances on second reading. Resolution 213-18, introduced ordinance 18-08 on second reading. Whereas a public notice has been given by the Borough Clerk that an ordinance entitled, an ordinance to amend Chapter 7 of the Code of the Borough of Belmont Park entitled Traffic, and whereas said ordinance was introduced and passed at a meeting held on Thursday, May 17, 2018, and that further consideration of this ordinance would be taken up at this meeting. And whereas all interested persons in said ordinance would be given an opportunity to be heard concerning same. Now therefore be resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Belmont Park that an ordinance entitled, an ordinance to amend Chapter 7 of the Code of the Borough of Belmont Park, titled Traffic, passed on final reading. Mayor, this ordinance is regarding, making a portion of Parkview Avenue, no park.
May I have a motion to open the floor to the public?
So moved.
Regarding this ordinance.
So moved.
Second. Is anyone here from the public who wishes to speak on this ordinance? No one? I close public motion.
So moved.
Call the roll.
Can I have a motion to, adopt the ordinance?
So moved.
Okay, on roll call to adopt the ordinance. Valesari.
Yes.
Sherrill.
Yes.
Dombrowski.
Yes.
Giandomenico.
Yes.
Pellegrini.
Yes.
Golbeck.
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution 214-18, introduced ordinance 18-11 on second reading. Whereas a public notice has been given by the Borough Clerk that an ordinance entitled, an ordinance amending and supplementing Chapter 34 of the Code of the Borough of Belmont Park, Bergen County, New Jersey, entitled Zoning and Site Plan Review Regulations of the Borough of Humboldt Park, creating an AH-3 affordable housing free zone for mixed use and inclusionary residential development. And whereas said ordinance was introduced and passed at a meeting held on Thursday, May 17th, 2018, and that further consideration of this ordinance would be taken up at this time. And whereas all persons interested in said ordinance were given an opportunity to be heard concerning same. Now therefore be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Humboldt Park that an ordinance entitled, an ordinance amending and supplementing Chapter 34 of the Code of the Borough of Humboldt Park, Bergen County, New Jersey, entitled Zoning and Site Plan Review Regulations of the Borough of Humboldt Park, creating an AH3 affordable housing free zone for mixed use and inclusionary residential development, pass on final reading. Mayor, this is about the zoning changes having to do with COA. Letters were sent out to everyone within the 200-foot surrounding municipalities, the planning board in the county, and also the Humboldt Park Planning Board also reviewed the ordinance.
I have a motion to open the floor to the public for comments regarding this ordinance. Is anyone from the public wish to comment on this ordinance? No one? I close the question to the public. Motion? Close. Okay, close the roll.
Can I have a motion to adopt the ordinance?
So moved. Second.
Close the roll.
Okay, on roll call, Ballestieri?
Yes.
Turtle?
Yes.
Dombrowski?
Yes.
Gene Domenico?
Yes.
Pellegrini?
Yes.
Golubek?
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution 215-18, introduced ordinance 18-12 on second reading. Whereas public notice has been given by the Borough Clerk that an ordinance entitled, an ordinance to amend Chapter 7 of the Code of the Borough of Humboldt Park, entitled Traffic. And whereas said ordinance was introduced and passed at a meeting held on Thursday, May 17th, 2018, and that further consideration of this ordinance would be taken up at this meeting. And whereas all persons interested in said ordinance were given an opportunity to be heard concerning same. Now therefore be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Humboldt Park that an ordinance entitled, an ordinance to amend Chapter 7 of the Code of the Borough of Humboldt Park, titled Traffic, passed on final reading. Mayor, this is to establish four-way stop signs along Slidell Avenue near the Gilbert Avenue School.
May I motion to open the floor to the public? Comments regarding this ordinance?
Second.
Anyone from the public wish to speak on this ordinance? No one? I close the question to the public. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Okay.
Okay, can I have a motion to adopt the ordinance?
Second.
Okay, on roll call, Ballestieri?
Yes.
Turtle?
Yes.
Dombrowski?
Yes.
Gene Domenico?
Yes.
Pellegrini?
Yes.
Golubek?
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution 216-18, introduced ordinance number 18-13 on second reading. Whereas public notice has been given by the Borough Clerk that an ordinance entitled, an ordinance to address the issue of crowd control within the Borough of Humboldt Park, and whereas said ordinance was introduced and passed at a meeting held on Thursday, May 17th, 2018, and that further consideration of this ordinance would be taken up at this meeting. And whereas all persons interested in said ordinance were given an opportunity to be heard concerning same. Now therefore be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Humboldt Park that an ordinance entitled, an ordinance to address the issue of crowd control within the Borough of Humboldt Park, pass on final reading.
I have a motion to open the floor for public comments regarding this ordinance. So, second. Call the roll. Yes, open to the public. Anyone who wants to speak to this ordinance from the public? No one? Close the question to the public. And,
So moved.
get a motion?
So moved.
Second. So now we need a motion to open the ordinance.
Make the motion. Second.
Okay, on roll call, Ballestieri?
Yes.
Turtle?
Yes.
Dombrowski?
Yes.
Gene Domenico?
Yes.
Pellegrini?
Yes.
Golubek?
Yes.
Motion carries. agenda is the consent agenda. Okay, under the consent agenda, we have Resolution 217-18, payment of bills. Resolution 218-18, confirmation of payroll. Resolution 219-18, appointment of counselor for the aftercare camp and extended program for the recreation department. Resolution 220-18, execute service contract for police outside services with R.D. Elmwood Associates. Resolution 221-18, current estimate number 3 for the Elmwood Park water tank replacement. Resolution 222-18, current estimate number 4 for the Elmwood Park water tank replacement. Resolution 223-18, award proposal for design and construction services for the 2018 road program, Alimo Engineering. Resolution 224-18, change order number 3 and current estimate number 3 and final for the 2017 road program. Resolution 225-18, current estimate number 2 and final for the repairs to the municipal building rear entrance, ramps, stairs, and lintels. Resolution 226-18, resolution adopting the written indoor air quality program. Resolution 227-18, execute 2018-2019 shared service agreement with the Elmwood Park Board of Education for security school officers. Resolution 228-18, execute the 2018-2019 shared service agreement with the Elmwood Park Board of Education for morning and aftercare program. Resolution 229-18, resolution approving vacation buybacks. Resolution 230-18, resolution urging the legislature to amend S-17, S-477, and S-1766. Resolution 231-18, resolution authorizing improvements to the spray park for rubber recycling. Resolution 232-18, amend redemption of third-party tax title lien for 894 River Drive. Resolution 233-18, redeem third-party tax title lien for 6 Walnut Street. 234-18, redeem third-party tax title lien for 9 Memorial Place. Resolution 235-18, refund credit balances on property tax accounts. Resolution 236-18, redeem third-party tax title liens for 23 Elmhurst Street. Resolution 237-18, renew liquor licenses for the 2018-2019 license term. Resolution 238-18, approve 2018-2019 new and used car dealership licenses. Resolution 239-18, appoint full-time custodian maintenance employee Giovanni Penna. Resolution 240-18, resolution to accept the consent agenda.
May I have a motion on the consent agenda?
So moved.
Call the roll, please.
I'd like to have a resolution,
Councilor, excuse me, there's a comment?
yeah,
Yes.
I would like to have resolution 239-18 for the consent agenda.
Requirement Manafar -223-18 road program.
Okay. So can we amend motions, first by Joe Dombrowski, second by Lorraine Pellegrin, to accept the consent agenda minus 223-18 and minus 239-18?
Yes.
Okay. On roll call for the consent agenda, without 223 and 239-18. On roll call, Valseri?
Yes.
Sherrill?
Yes.
Dombrowski?
Yes.
Jean Domenico?
Yes.
Pellegrin?
Yes.
Sullivan?
Yes.
Motion carries. Give me a second. Okay, resolution R223-18, award proposal for design and construction services for the 2018 road program for Alimo Engineering. Whereas the borough is in receipt of a proposal for design and construction services from Alimo Engineering in connection with the 2018 road program. And whereas the proposal states that the cost of the design phase would be $82,555 and the construction phase at $76,195. Now therefore be resolved that the mayor and council hereby award the design and construction services in connection with the 2018 road program to Alimo Engineering in the amount not to exceed $158,750. Can I have a motion?
Have a motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
I wanted to pull this item on the consent agenda regarding the 2018 road program because I think it's a great topic to talk about because of the depth of the program. It's paving roads, and everybody loves to see roads in their community paved and kept up to date. So of course, this is definitely going to get my support, but I thought it was helpful to let people know here and at home the process that goes into selecting streets. Because sometimes you live on your street for a long period of time and you might say to yourself, well, I don't get it. How come this street happened versus that street? Why my street? So I just wanted to go over the process. So basically, the DPW superintendent and the borough engineer constantly keep a list of prioritized streets. And then at the end of every winter, they look at all the streets within the community and they see which streets were hit a little harder over the winter and took a little bit more of a beating, and then they adjust that schedule and keep a prioritized list. That list then gets a dollar amount for each street and then comes to the mayor and council for discussion and then ultimately approval. On average, I believe we spend normally around $300 to say $400,000 in our road program. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think that's. And what's great about this year's program is while it's the 2018 road program, it actually started discussion last year with Mayor Coletti. Mayor Coletti had an idea of pretty much having an infusion of our road program and trying to make it a lot larger. So with dealing with the borough administrator, CFO, and our engineer, we were able to expand this to a larger number and to basically pave a lot more streets. So here's a list of the prioritized streets. Wayne, is that okay? I'll hold it higher. Even if you see it, you won't be able to see it. So I'll follow along. So what's great is a large chunk of the streets will be paved. As you can see, they're categorized red, blue, yellow, and then green. What we're going to be able to do is we're going to be able to hit all of these streets in red and blue. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 9 streets, and then we're going to hit Washington Ave all the way at the bottom. It's an excellent program with this infusion. A little bit where I scratch my head is all the way at the bottom. I feel that we should have went in the order that the engineer outlined in the need of our streets. But we decided to hit that one all the way at the bottom because of a concern from a resident, and then the discussion amongst the council deemed that street should have been pushed to the top of the list. I'm a little disappointed because if we put off that street for maybe a year or two, we could have paved at least 3 or 4 more streets in the yellow, which would have been able to spread that wealth throughout the community in those 3 other towns. So Washington Ave, good news, your street's getting paved, but unfortunately Echo, Roth, Roosevelt, Norris, Gantner, Bank Street, and Tooele and East Washington Ave, the majority on the council decided that they wanted to go outside of the professional's opinion and put Washington above all those streets. A little disappointed in that aspect, but kudos and good job to Mayor Coletti for kind of spearheading this program that we're going to be approving tonight. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Mayor, if I could just add, as it was mentioned, historically, the borough has only spent a few $100,000 every year to repave streets. We have many dozens of miles of roadways in this town, and I think a consensus was reached that it's just not getting the job done, getting our streets, to be in safe and drivable conditions. So this is one of the largest investments into the road program, and I'm hopeful that the entire council supports this effort. With respect to that one street, realize, we have, I would think, over 100 streets in Almond Park, and the list that our engineer came up with was the one 20 or so in the most dire need. We absolutely take our professionals' opinions to heart, everyone's opinion, the residents' opinions, and it's our job as elected officials to take all those perspectives, take our own perspectives, take our own observations, and make a decision. And that's what where we ended up with that street. I think the great thing is that even though those streets will not get paved this year, if we continue this kind of commitment to having good and solid paved roads in town, then those streets would be covered next year, and that's something to look forward to for those residents. Thank you, Mayor.
Council President, with all due respect, we had a resident that came for two different public portions, talking about his street on Tuella Ave, saying that it hasn't been paved since he's lived there. At the work session, I was told to kind of do my homework because I was not aware of Washington Ave, so I did do my homework, and I drove these streets, and I counted over 50-plus patches on Tuella Ave, which is above Washington Ave. So, again, just my level of disappointment and frustration that we're, kind of not going with recommendations from our professionals.
You're entitled to your opinion, but it will all work out because we will invest in these roads.
Anyone else?
I am all for the road program and intend on voting on it, but I do agree with Councilman Sherdo. I'm not in any professional capacity to go out of order, but what is recommended by our engineer and our DPW supervisors, that's my thought.
Anyone else? No? Yes, roll call.
On roll call, Valesari. Yes. Sherdo.
Yes.
Dombrowski.
Yes.
Giandomenico.
Yes.
Pellegrini.
Yes.
Gallo.
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution 239-18, appoint full-time custodian / maintenance employee for the municipal clerk's office. Whereas it is desirous of the mayor and council to hire a full-time employee for custodial maintenance needs in the municipal building. And whereas it was decided the work schedule for said employee will be set at 2:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. second shift. Now therefore be it resolved by the mayor and council of the borough of Menlo Park that the following is hereby appointed as a full-time custodian maintenance employee with a start date of July 9, 2018. And be it further resolved that the compensation for said position be set at $35,000 for Giovanni Penna.
Comment?
Can I have the first?
So
Second. So the reason I asked to have this resolution pulled from the consent agenda is because what we previously had in the borough was, it was a split between, I think it was 3 nights a week, we had a cleaning company and we had a part-time custodian, which amounted to about $25,000 for the year. And there were some issues, so we did look at other vendors and the pricing for cleaning companies and such. So back in, I think it was around April 6th, our clerk advertised the position. We didn't advertise for full or part-time, we just advertised for custodial worker. And further in our work sessions, in our executive sessions, we discussed it, and the council majority decided to do this position full-time. And I personally don't think it's a position, it's $35,000. At lowest point, it really translates to $55,000 for the taxpayer, between the borough paying the pension, Social Security, and so forth. And my other issue was that the candidate who submitted their application, the letter of interest was actually dated January 23rd, 2018. Mr. Giovanni Penna applied for a custodian position full-time, January 23rd. We're not doing this till months forward. And the other interesting thing is when I saw the name, I remember seeing the 2013 Democratic election primary. It was the Democratic Menlo Park Council, and it has Councilman Joe Dombrowski and Giovanni Penna. Is this not the same Giovanni Penna that ran in the primary with BJ?
it is.
It is the same Giovanni Penna, who ran in the primary and who applied back in January for a full-time custodian position that was created a couple months later. So that is my issue. My issue is doing this. You did it with George Nestorian. You guys up the poker game now because you're creating a full-time position.
If I may answer you, Councilwoman. First of all, yes, she is correct. We had a company in here that did a part-time custodial work that cost this borough over $16,000 a year to do it 3 nights a week. We also had a part-timer that was in here during the working hours that was costing us somewhere around a little over $11,000 a year. But if you take a look at the job description, it's custodian and maintenance, not just custodian. All we had before was custodian. They came in, they cleaned the floors, they emptied the garbage cans. This gentleman comes in with a wealth of knowledge. He has plumbing experience, he has electrical experience, he has painting experience, and last year this borough spent over $17,000 in plumbing, painting, and electrical work, which now can be done by this custodian slash maintenance, is what we went for, which is a total of about $56,000 in total that we spent last year between custodian and maintenance. So to me, it made sense to go full time. As far as how the hiring process went, none of us were involved in the hiring process. It was all done by our borough clerk. And then he had resumes. I think he only had 2, and this gentleman happened to have the best resume of the group. So yes, is it justified to have a full-time position? Yes, the numbers show it. It's justified. How the person was chosen was brought to us by our borough clerk, not by us.
So, he submitted his resume back in January, and the way that we advertise is via Facebook. So, I mean, obviously, you tell people to go to Facebook and see that the position's open, right?
But isn't everybody, I think it was also done in the paper.
It was not. It was
Okay,
just,
but even so, I mean, you would think that all the other positions that we put on Facebook, there was
How
other.
many people are on Facebook here and check our borough website and our Facebook page? Anybody? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 out of maybe 25 people? We do the statistics, Joe.
We have 17,000 residents in this town. Not,
It's a quick sample of our residents that are here. That was it, Mayor.
Council, do you have a recommendation how we should advertise jobs going forward, so more people are reached?
Yeah, we should use the league website.
Okay.
I mean,
That's how we hire, that's been, I guess, the process. If you want to improve that, I think everyone would be all for that to make sure, it's seen by as large a group of people as possible. As far as, some of the other stuff, I have no idea when the resume was submitted or was not submitted. I think the clerk touched on it, that people drop off resumes for different reasons, some out of the blue, some not. As far as the other stuff is being handed, I think we have like 5 or 6 borough employees who are elected officials, so I will never hold someone's ambition to run for office even for a brief moment against that. My own experience with this individual is they were actually a maintenance worker within the school system, and as far as I know, did very similar tasks. So I think this will work out well for City Hall. Make sure the building's clean, well maintained, and hopefully get more years out of this building. Thank you.
Mayor, I think we need to stop because it needs to change.
Let's pause for 5 minutes.
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
We only got 2.
Ready?
We're back.
So, Mayor, I had one comment. It'll be quick. Just one thing I did want to note. Councilman, you said that it would be a savings, whether it be electrical and plumbing. I believe it was like $17,000. My argument would be how much of that $17,000 actually had to be paid to licensed plumbers and electricians. That it doesn't matter. This employee, he can be very skilled, and that's great for the borough. But if he's not a licensed plumber or electrician, we're still going to be paying an outside service to do those tasks.
These items we're talking about cleaning out a trap, we're talking about replacing a trap, replacing a faucet, which technically doesn't need a fully licensed employee.
No, I understand, but that $17,000 that you're quoting for, you got from records from the prior year,
Right.
which is a large portion of that was to rezone.
That was not included in that.
Okay,
That was not included in that.
okay. I'll take your word for it.
It was not.
Go. Make a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Call the roll.
On roll call, Calistieri,
Yes.
Turco,
No.
Dombrowski,
Yes.
Domenico,
No.
Pellegrini,
Yes.
Sullivan.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda are departmental reports.
We didn't get there yet.
I think you'll be able to
You'll
talk.
be able to talk
You'll be
at the
able
end
to
of the
talk
meeting.
at the,
Okay, next item on the agenda, departmental reports.
Library Board minutes for April 16, 2018. Municipal Court report for May 2018. Finance Department report, May 2018. Police Department report, May 2018. Board of Health minutes, April 16, 2018, and May 14, 2018. 2017 Zoning Board of Adjustment Secretaries report. Millennium Strategies report for May 2018. Building Department report for March and April 2018, and Recreation Department report for May 2018.
May I have a motion to accept the file, department reports?
So moved.
Second.
Everybody in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, I'm going to do a roll call anyway.
Please.
On roll call, Ballestieri?
Yes.
Churdo?
Yes.
Dombrowski?
Yes.
Giandomenico?
Yes.
Pellegrin?
Yes.
Golubek?
Yes.
Mayor, this completes my portion of the meeting.
Thank you. Anthony, start with you.
Thank you, Mayor. For the Homeowners Association, Wednesday, June 27th will be the last meeting before the summer, I guess you could say. And then we're going to kick up with our meeting in September, and the September meeting will be the meeting where the club hosts the upcoming 2018 council candidates. I believe they also invite the Board of Education candidates, and we kind of do a spiel, and you get to see who's running and hear a little bit about them. So, look forward to that in September. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman.
Thank you.
Sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, we're 172 days into the new year, and to date, our fire department has been called out to 227 calls, which range from actual fires to carbon monoxide calls to ongoing issues. So our fire department is extremely busy. They're answering calls at, as I said, at more than one a day. Sometimes there's 3 or 4 in a day, some days there's none, but basically, with 172 days out there gone, 227 calls, they've been a busy group. Currently, our truck 4 is now back in service. It was out for almost a week. We had a major hydraulic leak in the main cylinder of the ladder, which made it unsafe, so we had to take it out of service. There was also a minor exhaust system problem with the engine, with the truck. Can't call an engine a truck in this. So I just wanted to say that that has now been fixed, and it is now back in service. Company 2 will be receiving their new rescue truck. Will be delivered by the end of next week, and it will be in service by July 4th. And we are still waiting for engine 3 to be replaced. It's on track to be delivered by the end of September. The reason why I bring up about truck 4 technically is not to be scheduled to be replaced until 2020. But at this rate, Mayor and the council already know that what the amount of repairs that we're putting into it, we're actually going to push it up a year. We're going to replace Company 4's truck next year, providing that the specs and the bids are approved by this council. I know the fire department and myself would like to thank Rich and Pete Chewinski for allowing our fire department to use their houses before they demolition them to be used for live fire trainings. We'd also like to thank Paul Davis National, who is also a builder who has donated over 150 sheets of plywood to be used for live fire drills for using a flashover. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a tremendous savings to this community that our fire department gets donations like that. And I also, at this moment, would like to send my condolences along with everyone on our fire department to the Saddlebrook Fire Department, who had lost Lieutenant Sean Sturdy, age 23. His last call was June 17th, 2018. He will be laid to rest on Saturday. His services will be held tomorrow at Kugler Funeral Home. And I know that all of our hearts go out to our neighboring community. They lost a fine gentleman, somebody who was well-loved, and we wish the family and pray for them as well. And I just lastly like to congratulate our 4 new officers. As I stated earlier, they're Elmo Park boys and women, men and women. They will do a fine job for this community, and I'm looking forward to having them on the road come January. Progress, Mayor.
Thank you. Ms. Pellegrini.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. My police update. First, they're going to have National Night Out will be held on August 7th from 6:30 to 9 p.m. This is a community police awareness event held all over the country. Please come out and support our police department. On June 12th, the chief and I attended the Chamber of Commerce meeting. Many questions were asked of the chief. He gave an update on the things his department is currently working on. And in November, he'll conduct a safety tip meeting for the businesses in our town, which is a really important thing, all free of cost. The Chamber was very excited to be working hand in hand with our police department to make our community better for everyone. On August 24th, our PBA Local 185 will be hosting their 8th annual Golf Classic at Preakness Valley Golf Course. For more information, you can contact Randy Garillo at 201-796-0700. Our Junior Police Academy will start in July. Ages 10 to 13, July 16th through July 20th. Ages 14 to 16th, July 23rd through July 27th. Over 90 children are signed up for this great program, so we're looking forward to that. My Board of Health update. The Board of Health had their meeting on June 11th. 2 resolutions were passed. Elmwood Park is going to be going into a shared service agreement with the County of Bergen to take over the SPCA, which everyone knows is a Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. This society is being abolished at the end of this year, and we are entering in the county with this agreement to take over all the services that they currently provide. The cost is $1,800 per year, and this handles many, many services for us. We really need them, so it's a great opportunity. Also voted on was a 10-minute time allowance for the public to speak at the Board of Health meetings. We have that with the council meetings, and they want to also do the same thing. They have no meetings in the summer, and their next meeting is September 10th at 7 p.m. And tonight I had the opportunity to attend the 8th grade graduation. And it was just such a beautiful night to see all the children graduating and all the parents and families so proud. So I wish them much success in high school, and congratulations to all the students and their families. And progress.
Thank you.
On behalf of the ambulance, I've mentioned this before, it is now summertime and they're always in dire need of volunteers. So if you're exploring different avenues and looking to get more involved in town, please contact 201-796-8077. By the time you guys view this, it'd be too late, but today they are having a fundraiser at Blue 42 right next door from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. So bet anybody in the audience would like to go next door afterwards. For whatever you purchase, they get part of the proceeds that go to their benefit. I did attend Community Day on June 2nd, and we had awesome weather, and it was really greatly run by our rec director, Donna Puglisi, and everybody else involved who helped out from the DPW, from the police, our ambulance was there. But the greatest thing was we had the showcase of our band shell, and I'm sure Councilwoman Ballestieri will further talk about the opening and that event. But I just wanted to once again thank former Mayor Coletti and Donna Puglisi for their effort. They single-handedly went out and solicited businesses and professionals and got close to $100,000 raised for the band shell, and now we could use it for community events and such. So that's it, Mayor.
Thank you. Ms. Ballestieri.
Okay, DPW, potholes, again, the repairs are continuing. There's a high volume of the storm drain repairs. They are being addressed as well. Yard waste is picked up weekly according to your recycling day. I also attended the 8th grade graduation, and I want to congratulate all the students of class of 2018. As far as my recreation, crew soccer award ceremony is Saturday, June 23rd at 6 o'clock. Monday on June 18th, we had the lighting of the softball scoreboard. This was donated by Spencer Savings Bank. Thank you very much. It's great. It looks beautiful. They've been using it already. And the band shell dedication, that will be on July 5th. The rain date is July 6th. The Infernos will be performing there. Please come out and for a great night. Also, summer camp registration is still going on, so if you haven't registered, get your child registered as soon as possible. Progress, Mayor.
Thank you. Presidente, Holoback.
Thank you, Mayor. As the Planning Board liaison, there's only one item to report. At the last meeting of the Planning Board, one application was finally heard for the last time and approved. 9 Summit Avenue. If you think of the Dunkin' Donuts on River Road, the deli there got torn down, so the first actual building on that side is the building in question here. A couple who run a therapy, physical therapy type business in another part of Elmwood Park are going to buy the building, cut 1/3 of the building off, and have their actual parking spaces within the footprint of the current building. The board approved this unanimously, and in the discussion, it seems like that area of town will get a net increase of parking spots. The current owner uses anywhere from 12 to 15 on-street spots daily, and the new way, it would be the 6 or 7 spots would literally be on the property. So a positive for that area of the town, and a good thing for the community. Regarding the Board of Education, they will be having their monthly meeting this Tuesday, June 26th, 6:30 work session, 8 o'clock public session. At that time, they will likely appoint an interim superintendent. As we know, Mr. Greco is leaving us, and this summer they will embark on a process for a search or some kind of process to get a full-time superintendent. As always, I encourage the residents to look out for public sessions where you can express your opinion on what type of leader you want, what you think should happen with the schools, and so forth. Another piece of very interesting information that's unfolding in the state right now, the state legislature and the governor are trying to come together on some kind of budget deal before the end of the month. If they don't reach one by July 1st, there's a shutdown. And I made a similar comments, I think, last year. At this time, probably the June meeting, as they were discussing things, it looked like Elmwood Park was going to get a state aid influx of $1.6 million. And that did materialize, because the fact of the matter is there's a state formula that calculates how much funding districts should get. And through that formula, Elmwood Park consistently ranks at the bottom of the pack in terms of underfunded. We, as of last year, or maybe the year before, were 26% funded, according to the state formula. Where I'm going with this is, I saw a document, a public document posted yesterday, that the Senate and Assembly budget version, their budget, the legislative funding plan for the school districts has Elmwood Park going from $4.7 million currently in state aid up to $8.5 in 2019. If this would happen, this would be a massive influx into our public school system, $3.7 million, a 78% increase over last year. As I said, these are negotiations, so it may not go that way. I certainly hope it does. I think we all hope it does. And it'll finally bring to light this fact that, yes, all of these years, through the budgets not being passed, the Elmwood Park Public Schools have been underfunded. This has not been some type of, excuse for performance and whatnot. Compared to districts in Bergen County and throughout the state of New Jersey, we have not been getting our fair share of state funding. If we were to get an influx of $3.7 million, I mean, think about it. It costs about $60,000, $70,000 to hire a teacher. Use your imagination on what we could do with that. So let's keep our fingers crossed and hope that we receive good news, because it will be really an occasion to celebrate in this community. And last but not least, one more thing on the Board of Ed. We actually approved shared service with the Board of Education tonight. There will now be a ratio of 5 school officers in this district, and we have 5 buildings. So we now have a ratio equal to the number of buildings, and that furthers our commitment to keep our students safe. These will be retired officers who are armed and are able to respond to situations on site. And I just want to wish all the students graduating from Elmwood Park High School, middle school, the students that live here and go other places, all the best in their future endeavors. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. One of our building inspector, Jimmy Thibodeau, lost his sister a few days ago. I went to the wake last night, and she happened to be the mother of my ex-student, and I just offer my condolences to the Padova family. Also, I have a member of the planning board. She retired from the planning board. I received a letter last week, and it's a Claudia Ross. She served for many years. I want to say thank you for her service to our borough. I just want to congratulate to new officers, Viana Inqui, Corey Raymond, Carlos Castellanos, and Tyler Griffin. I wish the best. I wish good luck to them. I attended the 8th grade graduation. Unfortunately, we had to leave early. We have a public meeting. I just want to congratulate the 8th grade. And education means a lot to me. I was a teacher there for 14 years. I enjoy it and I miss that. Yesterday, we had a meeting with all the owners of the apartments, those who own apartments in Elmo Park. And meeting was really a good meeting. We discussed mainly improvements of the buildings and also safety for our borough. These are things I cannot go in details. Will take it forever. The other concern I have is the sound that comes from Patterson to Elmo Park, the loud sound that people really all aggravated, they're upset. And I get so many emails from different people. I'll try, and I am working on today to try to resolve this. One day I even went there myself, and there was a carnival. So I like to say, so I just went back home. But I've been in touch with Special, Jerry Special, who is the police. And also we have, I've been in touch with the new mayor. We spoke on the phone 3 times, and he's trying to help the situation. I've been in touch with the chief of police. Something should be done. Really, we cannot live like that. I have my neighbor next door. She's a sick woman, and she begs me all the time. I don't know what else to do. We have no jurisdiction in Patterson. We just, have to do the best we can. Try to work with the new mayor. And maybe they should close the park, like everyone else. 7 o'clock. Maybe we can have some peace. So I'm trying to do the best I can. And trust me, I work very hard every single day. I don't forget, I always call the people back and always respond to the emails. Thank you. I have nothing else.
Motion.
Now we have a motion to open the floor to public comments.
So moved. Second.
Okay. Does anyone from the public wish to, comment? Anything that's in your mind? Please come forward. State your name and address.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. My name is Laura Caro. I live at 206 Arbor Road in Franklin Lakes, New Jersey. Before I even speak, I want to thank a number of people who I've been in contact with for about a year. I started what I'm about to talk about with all of you a year ago. The first person I want to thank, and I don't have her name, is the secretary to the former mayor, so Mayor Camarena?
Caramagna.
Thank you.
It's okay, don't worry about it.
I don't know if it's the same secretary, but she was very nice to write back to me last July 10th on this issue. I also want to thank your Keith
Kazmar.
Thank you. He also wrote back to me, and I really want to thank Mr. Daniel Golovic. Am I saying that correctly?
Yes.
He just wrote back to me last week. So what is my issue? I have 2 goals tonight. The first one is to convince all of you that I think it is a worthy effort to put a sign above the sign on the corner of East 54th Street and Elizabeth Avenue to honor Richard A. Brenner, who will be dead 50 years on September 2nd. I am from the class of 1967.
Veterans Memorial.
Thanks, I need some help here.
That's all right.
So I heard you wanted to redo that, and I actually went to look at it, about 4 months ago before I came to the municipal building to find out just how to go about doing it. There are, I think, 33 names on there, and I would guarantee, and for the people listening at home and all of you, how many times a year do you really go and read the names? I think it is a much better idea to have signs above the sign. One of the reasons is it is embedded in daily life. And I'm speaking about Richard A. Brunel, but I'm really speaking about all the people who have passed from this town. When I drive through Allendale, which is where I serendipitously got the idea when I was helping to start our reunion last year, our 50th reunion, I said, oh my God, this is really nice. World War I, person's name. Wow, it makes you look at the name. They are not forgotten. I don't have to walk to a memorial in Allendale or any town that has these names up there. I think it's a much better idea, although your idea to fix the monument, I would never say it's negative, I just like my idea better. The other thing I'd also like to think is, okay, is this a cost factor? I have at least 12 members of my class who are already pledging $100 to make this happen. Each sign would have to be paid for, and perhaps Mr. Keith Casimir would tell us how much it would cost in time. I am sure between a fundraiser or GoFundMe page, we would reach out to the class where John Preziosi came from and Gerald Slater. I'm not sure if Slater Road was named for Jerry or not. We could eliminate him already. He's got a street. But we could actually raise this money. I would be willing to put my heart, my muscle, and my time into making sure the members of this town did not have to pay for this. The other thing is, I asked some other councils, a person from the council in Hasbrook Heights, I said, tell me what's wrong with this idea. Tell me what's wrong. And he said, sometimes the signs get faded. Well, if you buy really good signs, which we would ensure we would do, they don't fade. Katharine Hepburn's sign has been in New York City above 50-something Street for as long as she's dead. It still looks good to me. The signs in Allendale are magnificent. He said sometimes, tree limbs obfuscate the ability to see the sign. Well, you could cut the trees anyway. Everyone's sign should be seen. I thought about, sometimes I've heard there's a controversy when you change the name of a street, or even recently, I think you put a sign above the sign in Legion Drive, something like that.
Veterans Place.
Oh, thanks. So there, again, that could be a political issue. Nobody is going to dislike a deceased veteran. You may dislike even a great mayor who was here for many, many years. Maybe you didn't like that. Maybe you didn't like the guy who gave so much time to the Veterans Association, but I dare say that nobody would be upset if we had a sign above a sign for every single member on that group of people on the granite statue, granite monument in Memorial Field. I'm trying to be the devil's advocate. What's wrong with this idea? On that note, I don't know how much more time I have. Is someone taking time?
It's okay.
I got 6 more minutes? Oh, I could go forever. So the other thing is, I have to tell you, listening to this meeting tonight, I've never gone to a council meeting, actually once years ago when I was still in high school, and I only went to council meetings here, everywhere else. I actually ended up having a lot of empathy for all of you as I was going through this, because I'm thinking, as I'm driving through Allendale last June, oh, this is going to be a piece of cake. I didn't realize So even though, how many of us are here tonight? 8, 9? Somebody had to leave early. Bob Beschlian, who grew up on 17th Avenue, is where Bob Beschlian grew up. He had to leave earlier. I think you know the name Beschlian Real Estate. He's in Fairlawn now. He had to leave early. So we're just a little group here. I got this group together. We got together just from Monday or Tuesday night. There are many more people who wanted to be here, but we had to turn it around quickly because I thought, we got to do this if it's going to happen for September 2nd. So I'm going to end with my letter, the end of the letter that I wrote Mr. Donaldbeck, I'm sorry. So anyway, we are in earnest to do this one last thing for him. Richie's family is gone. We could not find his sister or nephew. They are gone. He didn't have a child. He didn't get to have a family. He didn't get to make his mark in a profession or add something to the community. He just got to be blown up on September 2nd, 1968. That was his mark. His name is in Washington. You could Google it. You could read all the facts. But in many ways, the group of us here and the greater group of the class of 1967 from East Patterson, we are his family. We're the ones who knew him, we grew up with him, and we helped bury him. As our class ages, you know how fragile life is. It's so hard to be remembered. When I went to the monument, I started thinking, well, is that why this avenue was named? I could not figure out anything about anyone except the 3 Vietnam vets. So, you know, life is fragile, and he will not be remembered. We are the last group who is going to know him and really fight to have him remembered. But again, it wouldn't be fair just to have him. All those people on that monument should be honored with what war they fought in, because it would serve as a great memory. Again, I hope the council gives really serious attention to this. My idea, our idea is not unique, it is not original, you've seen them all over the place. And that's it. Please don't be silent. That's my last request. Please don't say we're going to go into committee, we'll have a blue ribbon study on this, we're going to do this, because some people can interpret silence as no. Some people can interpret silence as passive aggressiveness. Please don't be silent. I'd rather have you tell me no so I can figure out another way of making this happen than just silence. So I'm not going away. I'm kind of sorry I picked this up, but I can't put it down just yet. So thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. And I'm just hoping that you will really consider taking this on. And you will not do it alone. There will be many, many people who will be helping to fund it. And you will all look great, because as each sign is dedicated, I think there should be a photo op. Maybe you'll find people. I don't know, but please use this to your advantage as well as those of the people who have passed. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ms. Porcaro. Mr. Rodman, I'm gonna address Ms. Porcaro for a second. I'm gonna address her for a second before you go. Ms. Porcaro, thank you for coming, and it's a pleasure to meet you. I actually, after seeing Mr. Bruno's name in so many emails, I actually looked up his details, and it was very moving. And I today came across the 1967 yearbook online by sheer coincidence. And I was just looking through, and I actually found his yearbook picture, not even looking for it. I don't think anyone disagrees with anything that you have said. We got into communication last week, and you had passed on the info to a lot of your classmates. What my intention was, before you came tonight, was to compile all those emails, compile all that information into really an agenda item for our July 6th, hopefully, work session. On the borough's end, we have to do some homework, and we have to go through legal, through police, through emergency services. There are a lot of boxes we need to tick in this kind of conversation, and we do have to have a consensus amongst ourselves. I think I would speak for everyone, is that we want to honor our fallen heroes as much as we can, and it's through that conversation that will determine the best and most appropriate way to do it. You know, I don't want to say any more than that because we have to go through a process, but I pledge to you to keep you informed. We won't go silent. Whenever this topic will come up, I'll make sure you know about it. But, you know, we can take the next step forward and have a conversation on what you're looking to accomplish. So.
Come forward.
My name is Linda Dolphy. I live in this town 64 of my 69 years. I'll wait and get through this stuff. My parents came here.
Ma'am, can you speak into the microphone, honey?
In 1939, my father built a business right down the street. He had a diner across from Markel. My brother was called to Vietnam. And the both of them just sent him there, thinking it was things to do at the time. Left him there, cried their heart out. My mother literally lost her mind when he was in Vietnam. So I'm just wondering now what Mr. and Mrs. Bruno felt that their son died there, and nobody did anything to honor him, really. I mean, I know his name is in Washington, but as a town, we just kind of overlooked him. And I just, my feelings are about this. What did Mr. and Mrs. Bruno feel in this house? And like Laura said, we are the only people left to fight for him. So I know there's 30 some odd people from this town, but we as a group are fighting for him because it's going to be 50 years September 2nd, and we would really, really like to see some action and have it done by his 50th anniversary. Thank you.
I gotta say something. I also received a picture from another Vietnam vet, I guess. I tell you the name is Burroughs, Fred Burroughs. Do you guys recognize the name? No, anyhow.
Fred Burroughs?
His brother sent him this picture here. Again, he's concerned. He wants the same thing you guys want. I spoke to Mr. Goloback already about this. I don't know, you had a committee last year before I went in? You still have it? So we gotta work on this, okay? Thank you. Okay, sir, may I come in?
Name is Richard Rudman. Microphone doesn't work, that's why it's hard to hear back there. Live at 1 Hall Court.
Marlene, can you just push the button?
Newspaper articles and TV coverage regarding the legalization of marijuana are extremely disturbing.
Is it on the back of it?
Maybe the battery died. Just go over there and do it. It's not working. Give them the backup one. Yeah, I agree.
Hello?
It's working.
It's working. Okay, going back, starting over again, recent newspaper articles and TV coverage regarding the legalization of marijuana are extremely disturbing. A bill was introduced recently to legalize marijuana at the federal level. If this bill were to be passed into law, the marijuana industry could make high-potency pot candies, gummies, and 99% pure extracts. According to the National Institute on Drug Abuse, 70% of today's illicit drug users started with marijuana. 70%, not prescription drugs. 2 years after Colorado legalized marijuana, the number of Hispanic and African-American minors arrested for marijuana-related offenses rose 29% and 58%, respectively, according to state data. It's in 2 years. In Denver, there are more pot shops than there are McDonald's and Starbucks combined. Visualize that. I'm confident that Elmwood Park residents would not approve of allowing pot to be sold in stores in Elmwood Park. We don't want a repeat of Denver, even though we don't have any McDonald's and Starbucks in town. Some other towns, such as Mahwah and Garfield, to name a few, have decided against allowing pot stores to be established in their communities. In conclusion, please don't approve any measure that would facilitate opening a pot store in Elmwood Park. Thank you.
Mr. Rudd, I was just going to comment. Mr. Rudman? I just wanted to let you know that we do have an ordinance that has been drafted regarding that. It just has not been activated by the council. So we do have measures in place, but we have not acted on it yet. No, the council decided to vote passing the ordinance. But we have measures in place whenever the council decides they would rather vote for it and vote yes. I would have to ask those that voted no. I voted yes.
Yeah, Mr. Rudman, we had discussions about this beginning of the year. There were different things drafted. I think the majority consensus was, at the moment, marijuana is illegal in the state of New Jersey, illegal on the federal level, and we'd really be reacting to, we wouldn't be reacting to anything of substance. So if New Jersey or the federal level does pass it to some degree, even the New Jersey bill has a 6-month provision for towns to decide what they want to do given the facts. So once we have the facts of what's actually going to happen, then we can react to it. And there was another piece, and I don't know if our attorney wants to speak on this, but there's another maybe a constitutional question of how we go about banning or limiting the sale. So we have draft ordinances that has been decided that will be reacted to once there's actually something to react to. Because right now, in all fairness, it's rhetoric. There are proponents and opponents. Different bodies of government are making policy. When they make policy, we will have a window to react as a town, and I think we will choose to do so.
Yeah, I just would like to point out that alcohol is legal, both at the federal and state level.
Right.
And yet we can control who can sell liquor in
Correct.
the town. So please use the same rationale in thinking about drugs. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else?
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Lenore Madracamo, 92 Echo Place, Elmwood Park, New Jersey.
Lenore, you have to move the mic towards you. You can't hear you. There you go.
First, I think the sign for the vets are phenomenal, and it should be looked into. I belong to the EPIC committee, and I'm sure that part of the EPIC committee would be helpful in raising funds for this endeavor.
Speak to the phone.
Okay.
There you go.
I belong to the EPIC committee, and that's a civic group that has recently started this year, and I'm sure that they would be involved in helping promote these signs if, however it's passed by the council. Second, I would like to talk about the hiring of the full-time janitor / maintenance person. I thought anytime a job was posted, it had to be posted legally in the newspaper so everyone could see it. The other thing is a custodian / maintenance person. This maintenance person, if he or she is going to be working in the town, there's electrical, there's plumbing, there's HVAC, and construction. Any one of those licenses costs about $200 per year. Some of them go 1 to 2 years. But not only on top of those licenses, who's going to pay for that? In addition to that, there's continuing legal education that they would have to continue, and some of those courses go for $200, $300, $400 So who's going to pay for the continuing education that this person would have to keep up to have his licenses in order to do the jobs needed in the town? Or you would have to outsource it to get a licensed person to come in and do it anyway. So what good is a person if he's not licensed to do it? That takes care of that. The other thing I would like to talk about is I would like a response from the mayor as to when the rest of the curb lines are going to be painted in Elmwood Park behind the stop signs. And those that have not been painted fully 50 feet, when are they going to be painted? I had mentioned to the chief, he had said to me about, well, there may have been cars parked there, and that's why the contractor couldn't do it. Well, what happened to a little logic about putting up signs, police order, don't park here for 2 weeks, or 2 days, or whatever, until the contractor can paint his 50-foot line? Now, I've been going around, and I've been calling in cars parked within 50 feet of the stop sign. And 16th Avenue School is horrendous for it. Well, what they did, somebody did, was there was a 6-foot line, yellow line. They painted it half orange so they can get more cars in on East 53rd Street. Then somebody turned around and they painted the entire curb orange. I don't know what orange means, but it's not legal. I did bring it up to the council in my emails that under Title 39, letter H, the council has the authority to create an ordinance that reduces the space of parking. So instead of 50 feet, you can reduce it to 20, 25, 15, 10, whatever you deem is appropriate. Because there is limited parking in this town. And I really don't want to be riding around calling the desk because they have better things to do. Okay? But the point being is the contractor didn't do his job. That contract was allotted $33,000 for him to paint these lines. It's not done. It's not done properly. It's inconsistent. I would like to know when that contractor's coming back and when he's going to finish the rest of those lines. I would also like to know, what are we doing about stop signs on streets that have never had stop signs? Are they in the foreseeable future that stop signs are going to be put up? If you're going to have curbs and you're going to have painted lines, according to the MUTCD, if you have a yellow curb that does not have a sign, you need to paint no parking and no standing on there. That has not been done. So the contractor needs to come back and he needs to finish the job properly. If you're going to go around painting lines in this whole town and make it all yellow, like Big Bird, then you got to do the job right. That's all I have to say. You want to do the job, you do it right. That's it. And thank you. Because
Thank you.
I know you have a tough job. I really do. Can I get an answer, though? Instead of being silent, I need an answer, or I keep coming back.
Well, didn't you ask the police already about this? The chief. He's the one that you should ask the question. He would have the answer better than all of us. I know you've been in touch with the chief.
This was passed by the council, though, that hired this contract.
Right.
So who's responsible for him to come back?
The one in charge is the chief. He's the one who's in charge of this. See, if we pass, whatever, a resolution or something, the
Mayor,
chief,
I'll look into the contract tomorrow,
Yeah.
see what the status is, see if they've been paid, and see what's going on. I'll report back to you, or Keith will respond back. But I'll be
Because
more
I
than happy to
haven't
look at
seen-
the
I mean-
status of the contract.
We may have to change contractors if it's not working, so
But I'll
we,
be more than happy.
we really don't have that answer for you. That's the problem. We may have to change the contractor. Maybe this contractor isn't working for us. We've done that before with other jobs.
You paid him $33,000.
And maybe
to
he's
paint
reached
the
his
lines in
$33,000. We don't know. I don't know that number right now. We still have to get that report. He may have reached his $33,000 worth, and maybe we have to make it $40,000. Maybe we have to make it $50,000. This is part of government, that we just can't arbitrarily tell the guy to go and do the job without having a resolution passed. Again, I'm not specific on this one, but we may have reached to $33,000 with this contractor. I don't know. We will have to get back to you. We will have to get back to you.
Now,
So it's not a no answer. It's not a, we have to find out.
there's two more things I just thought about. You're talking about road pavement. Now, you had done the one side of Cherry Hill. You repaved the whole hill, and you put in new swales. Now, curbs, from my understanding, are the responsibility of the homeowner. Yet, somebody
We
came
have a few,
along and...
I'm sorry to interrupt you. We don't have much time. Maybe somebody else wants. We only 5 minutes, total time. I think other people have to speak.
We good?
Get back.
We're good.
We're good?
Anybody else? Are you finished?
Is anybody else who wants to speak?
Not really.
No? Okay.
She's-
No, let her
she's-
finish.
she's
Let her
still-
finish.
yeah.
Let
Go
her
ahead,
finish.
finish it up.
No, by all
Yeah,
means.
that was just- that was
We're not
just- he
pushing
was
you off.
saying-
We're just,
He was just saying he had to change the tape. You're good, Lenore.
Now you made me...
you were talking about the swales and the curbs.
Oh, the swales. You did the whole one side of Cherry Hill, but you left the other side in dire disrepair. You have holes that are like a foot deep in the swales. They're all broken up. They're terrible. I mean, it's an accident waiting to happen with people. I mean, you did a good job with Cherry Hill Park, and everybody's walking up that hill on that side, and somebody's gonna get hurt.
Ma'am, are you saying, what do you mean we did half of Cherry Hill? You mean Cadmus Ave?
Cadmus Avenue from Garvey Place up to the top of the hill.
It's on
Right.
this year's road
You
program.
did the swales on both sides.
Okay.
And you repaved
Yeah,
the
that
road.
has to be.
Yes.
Because they have no
Going
guns.
down the hill towards the condos, not one thing was done.
That is, we just passed the bond tonight. Cadmus Ave is on it, right?
That's correct.
Cadmus Avenue.
The rest of Cadmus Ave, from, I guess, the top of the hill down to Midland Ave, is going to be repaved in October and November.
Now, I did come unprepared. I'm
No,
sorry.
you did not come unprepared.
I did. Chapter 27. Does somebody have that, because I can't open it?
No, she's talking about this. There's no street sewers there.
Chapter 27-3, refuse collection and containers. Violation and times that the trash cans need to be brought out and taken in. I contacted the town over a month ago about neighbors who have been leaving their trash cans out with animals getting into the garbage. I've taken pictures, I've sent pictures. They had their trash cans out all week, and again, lying down, these people literally took their garbage and threw it in sideways for Thursday's pickup. Yet the excuse that I got was, somebody had to go to a funeral and somebody got hurt. Well, let me see. When did the funeral happen? Since I called in a month ago, and how long ago did this person get hurt?
Sorry to interrupt you again. I'm sorry, we have only 2 minutes. I get the word for that.
I'm done. I just need
All right.
somebody, I asked politely, send them a Waste Watchers handbook. Somebody go there, because they're renters. They don't care. And I get excuses. You want to move and you want to live across the street from garbage? I don't.
Thank you. Someone else? We have, what, a minute and a half?
Jim, you got a
you better
minute,
be
you got a
quick.
minute, or are we changing it?
I don't understand. It's working? Hello?
It's working.
It's working. Just got to hammer the volume a little on. If I can't get a mic to work. James D'Amico, 64 Willow Street. Real quick, thank you. We have police officers off the list. Thank you so much. You know how much we've all advocated for this for so long. Thank you so much. To answer the lady real quick that you guys didn't know, I spoke to Chief Foligno because I live on a corner lot, and they painted by me. Well, it's going, Mike, I lost all my parking spots. Doesn't matter if there's a line there or not, you can't park within 50 feet of a stop sign. Doesn't matter if there's a yellow line or not, you can't park there. They did the streets that they thought were more dangerous, more important, they're done, they're not gonna pay, they're not gonna, as far as he knows, do any more lines, they're done, and that's it. You can't, whether there's a line there or not, you can't park within a certain area. I don't think the council can change the state law, though, she has an ordinance. I don't think you have the authority to change how folks can park at the stop sign. But anyway, that's what the chief said, they're done, they paid what had to be done, and he got 10 million calls. Can't park by a stop sign anymore. The whole system's wrong anyway, because you can't park within 50 feet, right? So when you get to the stop sign, they don't do it this way. So you can't see around, it really should be the other way, but that's the law, that's what the chief said. Because I lost 3 parking spots on my own. I thought it was 25 feet.
It's 50.
He told me it's 50 feet.
It is.
Thank you again.
25, there's no stop.
Thank you, Jim.
So much, thank you, have a good night.
Good night.
Night.
Good night.
Anyone else?
Do we have time for somebody else or not? Okay?
We got 5 seconds before he has to change the tape.
Oh, wow. That's why he's getting rid of it.
Change the tape.
Now tell me when they're going up.
They should be up before the end of the month.
Okay, so they'll be up, but at the summer camp goes in.
Should be. That's what the chief said. Yep.
Anyone else?
Close it.
I guess anyone else, I close the public section. They have a move?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, call the roll?
All in favor?
Do it by memory.
Roll call, Valsardi,
Yes.
Sherdo,
Yes.
Dombrowski.
Yes.
Jean Domenico,
Yes.
Pellegrin,
Yes.
Gullivec.
Yes.
I remember, this meeting is being videotaped. It will be on Cablevision, Channel 77, on Tuesdays, 12 p.m., Thursdays, 9 a.m., Fridays, 8 a.m. The video is also on files in the same time slots. The video is also available on the borough website, www.elmwoodparknj.us. Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Good night.